Welcome to our episode of Hot Take Cold Read. This is our second get together between myself and Chris for Maintaining Velocity. Chris Ohm of Heretical Oracles is here again with us to speak on asteroids a little bit deeper. We were talking about asteroids, love asteroids, I believe, and it is a auspicious occasion considering today is the day of the Lunar New Year and the eclipse in Aquarius. Solar, was it? Yeah, it's a solar eclipse because it's a new moon, correct?
That's right, yeah.
Cool. I actually got that correct. I get hung up on those solar versus lunar. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember it correctly. So yeah, it's basically how much control can you relinquish in order to be your truest self. And I was just
Oh,
kind of like in my book anyway. What do you think?
well, I mean, that's a loaded question right there in itself. Thanks for having me back on again for talk about asteroids. But every time we are in a relationship, a certain amount of control is compromised, let's say,
Of course, yeah.
because that's the main function of a relationship is to provoke compromise, growth, change, to hold the mirror to oneself, to learn, grow, find companionship in another. I mean, it's all about what we're willing to surrender of ourselves in order to grow with someone else and to choose and to not be alone, essentially, whatever that
Eartha
means
Kitt
to you.
though. Unless you're Eartha Kitt, who doesn't compromise.
Well, she compromises for land and money,
Well, I mean,
and that's not much of a compromise.
Capricorn stuff.
Exactly. Icon and diva. She
I
is the
love her.
moment.
Yeah. Then it's always now.
Right?
There's this beautiful it's a for those listening, there's this very memeable real clip of her doing an interview where she's like, compromise with a man?
Why should I
What?
compromise for a man?
For what reason? I love it. Yeah, it's iconic. So that's what we're flashing back on. So
Yeah, there's another one that she was like, "Don't bring me flowers, buy me land."
oh yeah. I mean she got knocked around so bad by
Yeah.
Hollywood. I think wasn't she didn't she have a tryst though with James Dean and Marlon Brando at the same time, though.
Yep.
She was a
It's
hell of a
very
woman.
very sensate of her.
Yeah, like I kind of everybody wants to be that, and at least a fly on the wall during that moment. Those
One of the
those
three
two,
they want to be, that's for sure.
those two men at that time. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I don't want to get too far down that road because they're both dead.
Well, it's
They're all dead.
it's all about love. It's all love, baby.
It is love, and
And that's a form of love.
I think a deep appreciation on any level is really nice in general. Even if it is just the lower
Absolutely.
chakras.
Yeah, no one wants to be alone.
No,
And when it comes down to it.
no. So please tell me. I did ask last time. I believe I just don't
Mhm.
remember how I phrased it. I believe I was asking. We were talking about neurosis and mental health and asteroids and centaurs. Just flashing back, but I know that there's love asteroids, but I'm not really sure how they show up and affect things. And this episode was meant to be Valentine's Day themed, but we're still in that shadow of Valentine's Day. So it has got a
Absolutely.
Capricorn moon, so Capricorn energy being tied with it is actually not very inappropriate.
Yeah. Well, before we get into which asteroids they are, I'm going to actually detail how to use the asteroids first, so you can look them up in your own charts.
Please do,
So
yes.
I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions. Go to astro.com, the gold standard of astrology charting.
That's
Now,
my favorite.
once you enter your chart information there, you're going to click on the chart, and you're going to scroll down to extended chart selection. And under extended chart selection, there's going to be a menu that says additional objects. It's hidden in the options, so you got to kind of look for it a little bit. But once you open that up, you're going to see two menus, one on the left and one on the right. The one on the left has some pre-filled options. We're going to use a couple of those. But for the most part, you're going to be using the box on the right, which is just you enter the number of the asteroid into it. You don't enter the word. You enter the number that I'm going to give.
Okay.
It's easy. Only a couple steps. I promise you can do it.
So you want me to do this absolutely right this second?
Oh, no, no, no. I'm just giving it so that
Okay.
anyone who
Like,
listens
if
knows
I
how to
was
use.
like, wait a minute, if I'm supposed to be doing this with while you're saying it, I missed that cue because I'm like, oh, way behind on
No,
loading a page.
No, 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 no. This is just so that the listeners will be able
Okay.
to enter it in real
Word.
time and have the instructions on how to do so.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I've looked up asteroids before.
Hmm.
They just mostly seem to be in Aries. So I get to the point where I'm like, oh, very bored at looking at them because it's almost always the same story. Very
Yeah.
rarely is it somewhere else.
Well, you never know. At least one on this list is going to not be in Aries. I promise you that.
Okay, maybe I should actually be doing the homework with this
Okay.
episode.
By all means.
Okay.
So the main ones for asteroids that we're going to use for love, we can't talk about love without talking about one of the big four asteroids, which is going to be Juno. Now, Juno rules marriage and the power struggles within partnerships. She is intense.
Yeah.
Marriage is a hell of a commitment, and you do not want to fuck around with it. That's why the divorce rates are so high.
I
But
think Juno, if I remember in my chart, has a alignment with one of the yods in my chart,
ooh,
which is weird.
well, Juno's an easy one because she's going to be one of the ones on the left side box because she is auto populated. And honestly, every chart you show up, you should do the big four asteroids, which are Ceres, Pallas Athena, Juno, and Vesta. You should at least do those four
I'm pulling it up right now because this is the
for
only way I
sure.
can show for our listeners, like for real, like practical, in the moment
Yeah,
application.
we're doing real astrology, baby.
Oh, always. No, some phony fugazi shit. So you said Pallas, Juno, um,
Ceres,
Vesta, and Ceres, correct?
yes, those
I
four
mean,
always.
I already know where Chiron is. That's kind of a given. That's right next to my moon.
And I'll tell you how to do it later, but you can actually set on the settings of astro.com to have it auto-populate these all the time in all your charts. So
Okay.
um,
Good to
that's
know.
going to be marriage for sure. Now, there's other asteroids we can talk about too. Now, the main ones for actual compatibility of relationships, passion, love given, love returned, those ones are going to be 433 Eros. You only need to put the number on the box.
Okay.
Eros is going to be the love we give to other people. He is how we love other people and some of our kinks that we have sexually.
Uh, damn, this didn't load the correct chart. I got to go to the different option. I pressed back and it went to the wrong birth entry data. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Don't
No
mind
worries, it
me.
happens.
433.
433, yes. We're also going to use his counterpart, Anteros, which is the love that we need given to us. And that is 1943.
433, 1943.
And you separate these with a comma,
Or like tags,
as it
yeah.
says. Yeah,
Pretend it's God's SEO.
right, exactly. Um, you're also going to use 16 for Psyche, which is
Oh,
the
oh,
person. Well, Psyche is the person you become in relationships. She is the struggles we have in relationships, the challenges we have in them, and your relationship style. It also shows
yeah.
attachment styles too.
I just know where she is, and I'm just like, "Argh."
Listen, am I wrong?
No, it's just conjunct my sun, so it's pretty true to that as well.
It's just you show up in relationships as yourself.
I'm just not very much on masks.
No, you wouldn't be with a conjunct your sun. It'd be
No.
true identity to be sure.
So
Let's throw in
it's
a cup.
43, 1943, and 16.
Yep, along with 3 for Juno, the big four for sure.
Yeah. Okay, they're all out there. Do I show the chart?
Well, we've got more.
Oh,
So we've got one who's fun to look at, and it's self-explanatory. Asteroidal Lust for
ooh,
4386.
4386.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be very revealing. I have a feeling.
Hey, that rhymes.
I guess. Whoops, poet.
Now, for my boys who like boys and girls who like girls, I haven't forgotten about you. We've got a couple other ones. The boys, we have 588 Achilles and 617 Patroclus, and those are separated by bottom-top dynamics too, just so you're good with that. Um, ladies, we have 80 Sappho for you.
So it's 80.
80, yep. Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anything after 4386?
Just 80.
Okay, I got that down. Okay.
I don't think you want to look at the gay asteroids because 80, the gay boy asteroids. I mean,
They probably won't influence my chart very much.
yeah.
Although I do love some dick, but it's
Well,
gonna be
it's
a little
funny you
different.
say that because we have asteroid Dick.
There we go. That's
Asteroid number
definitely an Aries.
17458.
17458. Okay.
All right. Now we have a couple more. I promise. We have our idealized partner, the idea we have of love, which is amour, and that's 1221.
1221. Amor. Oh boy.
Now, for some of us, we don't want love. We just want friendship. And there's an asteroid for that too. All you asexuals, I got you.
Mhm.
Just want a platonic friend? You look at asteroid Amacita, which is 367.
Okay. Very interesting.
And we have a trans-Neptunian, one of my specialties, which is a binary trans-Neptunian called Stila Nunam. And this is all about the person and energy you cannot live without. This is a love that is maybe not for everyone and not to be idealized and wanted as much as it is, but it is an obsessive, all-consuming kind of love, and probably codependent. That one is at number 79360. Add that one if you want.
360. This is going to probably explain a lot because I think everybody that ever watched a Disney movie is going to be wondering how to deal with their codependency in a more healthy way.
Yeah. And, well, let's look at one last pairing, because asteroids are best done in families or pairs, and this pair is all about when love isn't love.
Mm.
It's asteroid Narcissus.
Oh.
Which is, are you ready? 37117.
117. Yeah.
And his partner Echo.
Oh. Ugh.
Who is number 60. Now, Narcissus is the influence that narcissists have on our lives and how they show up in our lives. But Echo is the point in us which is susceptible to them and wants them.
Damn, this is gonna suck, isn't it?
It might.
It's okay.
Asteroids are rarely fun, but these are the most fun it gets.
This is appropriate for Saturn and Aries breathing down my neck, and my sun is at 6 degrees Aries, so it's I can feel it.
Yes.
Neptune too.
And we have the last pairing is our idealized partner. Now use the gender you want. It is Adonis for the men, and it is 2101. Or if your partner is a woman that you want idealized, use Coronis, which is 158.
I'm not gonna type that in because I've never had that inclination to be in relationship with a woman. So sorry, guys.
The great thing about asteroids is they laser focus on one or more things, unlike the classical planets that cover a whole bunch of things. So if the asteroid does not apply, don't use it. So if you don't want a woman, take out 80. You don't need her. That's just Sappho. She's for the ladies who are ladies.
Oh, I see. I wrote that down. Yeah. I mean, Sappho wouldn't even indicate feminine friendship because that would be way. I mean, actually, I might leave it in.
It would be.
I'm gonna leave it in
feminine friendship that crosses boundaries.
It would help me understand why I've had relationships with women who came on to me in the past. I'm going to leave it in because I want to understand that dynamic a little bit better because it's ruined some friendships and it was something that was happening and I didn't know why.
Lesbian drama. I could write a book.
Anyway. I thought we were friends and it was like something different in their head. So I think this would make me understand.
Ain't that how it always goes?
Right.
But yes, those are all the asteroids I came prepared with. So if you want to run your chart with them, by all means, in real time, we'll do the asteroids.
This will be exciting, and I will make sure that the big four are still selected. Yes. I'm almost nervous here, but this is part of my chart that I've never really studied.
Exactly. This is me
So
shining a light on a whole new field for you. Our solar system's a crowded place. There's a lot more there than most people think about.
yeah, I can attest to that. With astrology, it gets more and more apparent how little you know the longer you study it. It's
Mm-hmm.
very humbling.
Or anything
Okay,
you read by Dane Rudyard. He's crazy, and I love him.
I feel like I have, but I don't remember what titles at this moment. Oh, I believe it's the Sabians I've read from him.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I've dipped into that. Okay, so when it comes
What's the
to
damage?
the damage, yeah, we'll get this out. The first one I'm looking at because I'm going by Aries. Okay, so Aries, my sun is 6 degrees. Dick and
Mm-hmm.
Psyche are both 8 degrees. So they're
Well, there you
conjunct
go.
and conjunct my sun.
That tells the story now, doesn't it?
I did say I love Dick. I was
Oh,
very,
man.
very upfront about this.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this
As
is
you,
very revealing. I want to
yeah,
like blow this up a little bit better and get a closer look. Is it
yeah, that is
zoom
one of the
frame?
downsides. Whenever you
My
add more
eyesight,
stuff, yeah,
my eyesight is trash. Okay, so what are we? Oh my God, can we zoom in a little bit better? JavaScript?
you might want to use the aspectarian for it.
Maybe, but yeah, okay, I think I got it. I got it blown up as bacterian wise. So we have, I'll just look at it off the chart. So Ceres in Taurus, 29 degrees, Pallas, 11 degrees
Critical
Aries,
series.
um, Juno, 4 degrees Libra, Vesta, 3 degrees Scorpio. Now, I have really nothing in Libra, but I do have Pluto in Scorpio at 4 degrees next to my Vesta.
So Vesta and Pluto opposite your sun, and
Oh, wait, no.
Psyche and
Vesta in Scorpio conjunct Pluto would be opposite my Mars.
oh, okay, Vesta's in Scorpio. Got it.
Yeah, my
Got it.
Taurus
Gotcha.
would be the opposition to the Scorpio. So the Libra 4 degrees Juno is opposite my Sun, Psyche, and Dick.
Well, there you go. That just reinforces it.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
It sure is.
Let's see what
The
else.
signature is in our charts. I
It surely is. Then we have Eros and Aries, 11 degrees.
love Eros and Aries. I have that one too.
Eros and Aries is conjunct my Venus and Mercury at 18 retrograde. Then
So wait, Eros at 11?
Eros at 11. Yeah.
That's too far for Venus at 18. Keep it
Yeah.
under two
Okay.
degrees.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's not conjunct anything then, I don't think.
There you go.
Unless it's conjunct, unless it's close to my sun-ish, but it's definitely close to my Psyche at 8.
Yeah.
Um, Anteros, 21 degrees Sag. My rising is at 15, so not too close. My Uranus is at 17. So Anteros is hanging out there in Sagittarius, but not conjunct anything exactly.
Which isn't
We
so
already
bad because that's the love that you need given to you. So it doesn't. It's not so bad that that isn't connected to anything that you have. It's just something that you need given.
okay. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
So then we have Psyche again. I already said that though. It's Psyche is 5 degrees Aries. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I blew that up. So I think that is a 5. Lust is 14 degrees Virgo,
Oh,
and it is conjunct Sappho in Virgo. So that probably explains a lot about why some of my friendships
you
have gotten
wanted
really,
to see.
yeah. Well, I mean, lets me know like it's just very interesting,
Mm-hmm.
fascinating. So that's exactly why is Lust and Sappho are conjunct in Virgo. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
just don't really um Amor in Gemini, 11 degrees.
And that is your idealized version of love.
That would explain so much. It's really close to my rising, which is at 15. Damn, that explains a lot. Almacida, 7 degrees
Friendship.
Leo. So that is conjunct, I think, my IC. No, not conjunct, but it is near my IC. That's
That's
only
friendship and platonic connections.
okay. That's close to my point of fortune as well, somewhere in
Ooh,
there. Um,
nice.
that says I cannot read that.
It's probably Sela Nunam.
Yeah, Scylla. Yeah, it has two two
Yeah.
words. So
That's the
it is
codependent love that you can't live without.
7 degrees Cancer in my second house.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah. And
Now,
North, go ahead.
with the Trans-Neptunians, they're in the same sign for everyone alive, pretty
Okay.
much, because they move so
Okay.
slowly. So we look at the house that they're in and the
Okay.
aspects that they make.
It's
We kind of
technically
disregard that sign.
looking at it in my Placidus, which is what I'm doing. It's in my first because it's an intercepted house. So we have Cancer at 7 degrees is still in my first house.
Gotcha.
Oh my God. It feels like it's a whole different kind of pain to stretch my brain and like look at this stuff. So Narcissus is also in Virgo at 29.
Critical Virgo narcissist.
Uh, So we had a critical series as well and Earth sign as well at 29.
Yes. So the
Very
influence of the mother plus the narcissism. Okay.
womp. Well, that's clear. My mother, I don't know where her moon is at. It's depending on what time she was born. It could be either in Virgo or in Leo. It
Hmm.
was it was changing signs the day she was born. So it's probably conjunct Narcissus in my chart, honestly.
Well,
So
if
that's
it's Leo to
enlightening.
Virgo, it wouldn't be conjunct narcissist. Narcissist at the end, right?
Narcissus 29-degree Virgo. So her moon was changing signs that day. So I don't know which
Yeah.
degree, if it's in Virgo or if it's in early Leo. I have no idea.
So yeah, that's the other side of Leo. So it'd be 29 degrees Leo to be conjunct.
Okay, you're right. I'm doing math backwards. Okay,
No
fair.
worries, it happens to the best of us.
Fair. Echo is first degrees Capricorn, which I think is still in my seventh house.
And Echo is the part of you that is sought after by the narcissist, that needs the narcissist, that falls victim to it.
Yeah. So yeah, seventh house next to my Neptune. Painful. My Neptune's 3 degrees Capricorn, and
Yeah,
Adonis is our final point, and that's 10 degrees Libra.
the idealized partner. And isn't that conjunct
10
something?
degrees. Juno was 4 degrees Libra. Adonis is 10 degrees. So not conjunct.
Enough to reinforce, but not conjunct, yeah.
Yeah. And it does opposite at least with all that
Yes,
Aries. So it does oppose. It makes connections for sure.
correct. Yeah.
What a mess. That explains a lot though.
Love is messy,
Yeah.
no matter how you look at it.
Well, that's something I can't ever unlearn.
Yeah. That was the guided tour of asteroids.
Wow. Okay, so these are very telling. I'm not sure I'm ever going to really use Sappho other than to understand the types of power dynamics that have happened in my friendships.
Hmm.
Because man,
She's
that's pretty
also about
weird.
poetry, if you wanted to
I
ever
mean,
branch into poetry, but other than that, she's not really.
I that was where every angsty teenager writes poetry. I do have some written, but I wouldn't call myself a poet by any means. Wow. So yeah, that's fascinating. There is a lot to unpack, but it's definitely probably not going to be doing what to doing in the podcast. So when it comes
Hmm.
to how you've seen these in real life,
Hmm.
what I mean, obviously these are the ones to pay attention to for relationships, but
Hmm.
um, function wise, is there anything that we should be paying attention to in relationship to self knowledge or even big red flags?
Well, these all are incredibly potent in synastry. That's where they really shine. So if you're doing synastry charts, I would not touch a synastry chart without putting all
Mm.
of these in there.
Oh, that's going to be even more nerve wracking.
Yeah,
I don't have
unfortunately.
anybody
But
I am wanting to run Sinistry with right now. I have people I'm obsessed with that don't talk to me anymore, but I don't have anybody that's like new that I want to get into deep with. That's
fair
sad.
enough. We'll come back to them when that's peaceful. That's not sad. That's peaceful.
But you don't like having crushes?
Well, we both have arrows and Aries. You know the answer to that.
Not when they crush you back.
And and Venus and Aries too. So hey.
Yeah, no, it's
Um,
a good time.
yeah. So essentially, these all these are all also transiting all the time. So these change, and these are all evolving in the charts. I used to do breakdowns on the ingresses of Eros, Ceres, Psyche,
Mm.
Antaros, Juno, Vesta, all of them. I had themes that I would look at for all of them. I mean, our relationship with ourselves and what we need, that's for Ceres, that changes whenever she changes signs, and when she retrogrades, especially, what we need is withdrawn from us.
Uh,
Juno struggles in our marriages, our relationships to other people, and when she retrogrades, the power dynamics that come into play and the struggles we have with that. Vesta, what we sacrifice and what we gain from that, and when the balance is too high on the retrogrades. I mean, they all have their own dominions that they focus on, and each one is a cosmos unto themselves. They all have their own focus, and it's a laser focus, like I keep trying to say, but it's like it's a laser focus instead of a broad focus. So you know what to look for when something comes up. So you wouldn't use these love asteroids in like a death chart.
well, that would
And
be really weird if you did.
yeah, and you don't usually want to do death asteroids in a love chart.
Mm, that's kind
I
of
hope
fucked
not
up,
anyway.
man.
Exactly.
Maybe that's something like Diddy would do. I don't know. That's not something a
I
normal
mean,
person would do.
yeah, no, there's one example I go to all the time, which is if you wouldn't use the love asteroids in like a car crash that you had, but
Mm,
if you did get in a car crash, you'd look at 3200 Phaeton, and if your
right.
legs were injured, you'd look at Hephaestus. I mean,
I had
these
a cat
are
named Hephaestus once.
what's that?
I had a cat named Hephaestus.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's so
That was
fun. I love
he
that.
had his legs were born basically without knees, his back legs. He was just deformed.
Oh,
He was healthy. But he was my little god of the forge that had funny legs.
I love that.
Yeah.
You were a better mom to him than his mom was.
Maybe. I hope so. He wound up, I mean, in the
I
divorce,
mean,
we split our three cats in between my ex and I, and he took Hephaestus, and so
oh,
I feel like a little part of me was probably not the like I don't know. I had to take the other two boys. They were fighting at a certain point. Hephaestus still had his he was intact because it's not
yeah.
like his hips were in a fucking state. Let's say like he couldn't aim his he couldn't get a cat pregnant to save his life. So we
Huh.
never fixed him, but he was beginning to get aggressive and more territorial as he got older. So we split them up, and
Sometimes you
it
have to
wound up
do that.
working it out like that. I'll always have a little guilt for leaving him as a mom, but I would love to say that yes, I was better as a mother than that, according to mythology, anyways.
Right. You didn't throw him off
Yeah,
a mountain, so that's better there.
correct. No, the tangibility of using these is a type of shop talk that has me kind of baffled because I opened up the transits that's showing the same um,
Hmm.
asteroids, and I'm seeing how they have moved and what kind of influence. And I wouldn't even know how to like break this down, but I can see the laser type of focus that's happening. So it's going to take
Hmm.
a whole nother set of brain to actually learn how to translate these. But this is a part of astrology that makes me feel like there's so much I haven't learned, so much. And how did you get into asteroids to begin with? Did you have a mentor, or is this something that just turned out to be one of your nerds? Did I ask you this
Actually,
before?
you did, but I'm happy to talk about it again. I had a great mentor early on, Karen from Ravenous Tarot, who I was her last student, and she retired and left me her body of work. She had started getting into asteroids and had her
Okay.
big thing was Psyche. I even have her full Psyche article reposted. I copied her format and continued her work on as my own. And it's one of those things I'm very passionate about is astrologers mentoring others and continuing like building off of each other's work so there's a chain
Mm.
of knowledge that is connected through time because I have been blessed to have many mentors who have passed on their work to me, and it is crucial that we keep doing that because the science is so important.
The thought of this wealth, I'm stuttering because this is so important. And I really want to convey that to people how important this knowledge is.
Mhm.
Thinking that that goes nowhere and doesn't actualize itself just upsets me. So I love getting to talk about this
Absolutely.
and trying to understand it a little bit better. I just noticed that Narcissus is conjunct my Saturn,
Oh,
transit
so
Saturn.
you're
I mean, transit Narcissus is conjunct my natal Saturn.
so you'll have narcissists pushing your boundaries and
When it
testing
comes
them.
to leadership and my authority, and that's been a fact.
Mhm.
That's been a fact. That's pretty fucking crazy. Wow.
It's wild how quickly they can come into play. And the way that you were talking earlier about the 2020 hindsight of the transits, that
Hmm.
is an incredible use of these. Because once you know something is happening and you can identify what the asteroid is that you need to look for, you can pull it up in the chart and trace it
Yeah,
back, usually.
that was before we started recording, so I'll repeat that to now that
Oh,
we're
sorry, I thought
on.
it was in the actual chat. My bad.
I actually don't remember if I had already hit record yet or not. I think it was before, but just in case, I am lazy in a way. Like I love as a, and I don't know when it started. I loved looking at transits for the longest time when I first got into astrology. I would watch probably, I think, Peace Dealer. I would watch April's Astrology. I would read your Heretical Oracles. I would watch Leo King. Anybody that was putting out dailies. I would watch Chris with Techie. Everybody for the transits, and really try to keep it in mind on a daily basis, like gospel. And somewhere along the line, it was after my Saturn return ended, I realized that being in the moment and feeling the transits as they happen was more important than trying to predict them, because I'm trying to change something that is still going to be bigger than me, or technically out of control, or maybe it's influencing my free will in some kind of way. And that kind of got under my skin as a 22 degrees Lilith and Aries person. I don't like being told anything on any time frame other than my own. So I would prefer to look back and see the reasons why things are happening instead of the potentials.
Right.
So yeah, that's the way I
And
feel about it.
looking at asteroids is a great way to exercise that because you can easily do it in retrograde, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of retrogrades in my chart, so looking at things backwards is more enlightening to me. Like even magazines, back when magazines were a thing, I would look at them backwards.
Hmm,
It's just the way I did, because the horoscopes were in the back. Girlfriend, that's where all the juice was.
for sure.
Fuck yeah. So I'm trying to think of a really good question to ask when it comes to how to best utilize asteroids before, I don't know, before we close out on all of this, and or change the subject even, because like I feel like there's a nucleus here. So
Mhm.
spiritually, I mean, what was the most? I mean, is our relationship uh, dynamics the most influential asteroids in your life experience, or are there others that were more enlightening, like the mental health
Well,
aspect, or is it even medical astrology that comes into play?
medical astrology was my first ever um, discipline I pursued, but Karen put me on the path of asteroids, and even more
Mm,
than asteroids, the trans-Neptunians, the forces out past Neptune. Those are the ones that have been most impactful for me, that I've
yeah.
found, and those are the ones like Eris, Sedna, Typhon, Chaos, Ixion, all of them, Erikop, Albion,
So when you're
so many
going
out
through
there.
it, those are the ones that you are probably looking up the most.
Yes, because they're named for and are representative of the forces of creation, destruction, pure, unadulterated chaos in its most potential form. There's so much there, and it, it is scary because there are true monsters there to underscore the chart with the uh, the chart can truly show you things you don't want to see. I know, but knowing is more important than sticking your head in the sand, I think.
Well, yeah,
And I feel
I'm not trying to endorse sticking your head in the sand when it comes to transits. If that's something that makes you want to look into that, that's I'm just
oh
I'm a
no, I wasn't saying you were
scholar.
saying that. I'm just saying that that is something am I prefer to know what's out there
It's
than
probably a smart idea.
yeah.
It's like getting in an ocean without knowing what kind of wildlife might be floating underneath you in the vastness of the sea.
And there's an exact trans-Neptunian for that specific thing entirely.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it's Ceto. Her name's Ceto. I can't remember her number offhand, but she's the
Just in
sea
case you're ever
monster.
in the deep ocean, you're going to want to look her up.
Hmm. You'll
Wow,
probably want to know Sedna too.
that's true. But isn't she like northern
Yeah, she's Inuit.
Inuit?
Mhm.
Okay, I know she's sad, but that's a whole
She's very
nother.
sad, but she gets
Whole
angry
nother.
too.
Well, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. If I remember
And
her story correctly, that's completely fair. Everything was taken from her.
yeah, and when she gets angry and doesn't get the attention that she deserves,
Mm.
people die. Everyone starves.
You know, I'm pretty sure that she's influencing the news lately.
Yeah, it's incredibly possible.
I have not looked anything up because I don't even know the number, but like I could imagine how
She's
she's
another
very
one of the ones on
popular
the
with
left
the world.
side. And I can tell
Yep.
you exactly where she is. She's at 0 Gemini.
Oh, right with Uranus. Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is definitely a thing.
She just switched over a year before Uranus.
Wow. My moon is 2 degrees.
Mm. My
Mm.
sun is 0.
Oh boy, we are feeling that. Like, there's no way out of
Hmm.
these transits.
No.
When it comes to like, that's another thing is every transit's going to be like, oh boy, here's another big transit. Well, buckle up, So everybody's going
Yeah,
to say that before something happens. So you're always in a constant state of brace, and it's like you're going to be living through it no matter what. So you might as well find out what influenced your decisions a little bit afterwards. Exactly maybe what kind of mindset you were in so you can not make the same mistake again, perhaps.
exactly.
So there's always a reason to go backwards. I don't know. I
Hey,
just I feel I am such a lazy astrologer.
hey, there's space for everyone.
There
There's
is.
always everyone has a valid viewpoint to share.
I absolutely agree with that. I find that the more conversations like this that I have, the more better I understand everything that I've ever learned. It doesn't matter if somebody's brand new at this and asking a question that I've never thought of, and it triggers my brain in a new way or what. But these human interactions with as big as my 11th house is are exactly what makes me know better in general. So I appreciate these
Absolutely.
conversations deep, deep down, down. So I'm trying to think. I
100%.
don't think there's anything else. We haven't discussed anything covering anything else. Do you feel good?
I feel great. This is
Good.
a great look at astrology in motion. I didn't expect to go through your chart with it with you, but I'm glad we did because it shows the listeners just how these can pop up whenever you're doing them in real time.
It is. Yeah, I decided to do that just because it's how I learn better. Instead of just
Hmm.
hearing numbers, I don't know what to call it. I think it's dyscalculia or something. I have the dyslexic version of number versions of dyslexia is what I'm trying to say. It is
I
not
haven't
my
heard of
no
that.
first language, but I can see a chart and understand the dynamics. I can see the geometry. I can understand. I'm very like algebraic minded, not basic math minded.
For
It's
sure.
weird. So
And it can be a lot with all the asteroids
the
and all
way
the
I'm looking at
numbers.
this chart right now is blowing my mind. There's a lot of connections to absorb, a lot more
Hmm.
wings, and like yeah,
Yes.
like they're oddball symbols that you're not used to looking at. So it does look like wingdings. The,
And almost all the asteroids have a symbol.
they do, and they're all
Yeah.
different. And it does sometimes they're just the names of the asteroids
Hmm.
itself, but guessing what I'm looking at is wild. So I'm just like, and then you never are alone on I'm trying to how am I'm trying I know we all know we're not alone, but it's like none of these what's the word aspects or planets or whatever people think that their charts are empty in certain spots, and this is
Hmm.
proving to me that you might not have a major planet in a chart, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing there. You have
Hmm.
probably an asteroid or probably something, maybe not as major, but there is an area of focus there for you if you just spend enough time with your chart. And that is one of the things I would like to leave in this little episode for sure is
Absolutely.
somebody who has looked at her charts since the beginning. That was where I started studying was, figuring that shit out first and foremost. And I still have never seen some of these things before. I've seen some, probably the big four. I've followed you
Hmm.
long enough to look up these chart points way back when you were doing heretical oracles, and since then when I've seen you mention it in group chat and whatnot. But having it all in the same space and looking at it all right now, it's a whole different bag. And you never.
Hmm.
I, I never want anybody to leave the conversation from astrology with feeling like that they're inferior, because even now, as somebody who's studied since 2004, that's the earliest bit of information I found with a date on it from when I was making flashcards back then. like that long, and I still feel stupid when new topics come up in astrology. So it's never, ever, ever something I want you to feel inferior about. You never feel
No,
like you know it all. You can learn something
yeah,
from anybody.
absolutely. With these asteroids, the right one can unlock your chart when everything else seems like stuck and everything seems hopeless. You suddenly get one that trines everything or squares everything, that challenges your chart. It's the right asteroid can really light up the chart in a way that you didn't expect, which is why I'm so vocal about don't discount them. I promise. Just look at them at the very least.
This is gospel because I have been, in a way, taking them for granted because I just didn't understand them.
Mhm.
And I'm learning now. This is part of the legacy living on. Is you're convincing me that these are misunderstood and underappreciated mathematical
Mhm.
points that are very valid. And when it comes to what's the word? It's not inconsistency so much as it is contradictions. These major
Mhm.
planetary points can contradict things. It's what, especially if like you for the longest time, let's say like I had Saturn in Pisces in my 10th house. Like how is that going to
Mhm.
be showing my workplace? But um, there's a little further explanations in there that can help understand how that energy would convert itself from a lackadaisical, boundless area of life, and then having it be structured enough to be able to be talking about a career. So
Mhm.
there's just always going to be something that in a chart that doesn't look like it fits together, but then you, like you said, open up your asteroids, and then all of a sudden it starts to make sense.
And one more thing about it is like our lives are so far removed from the original kind of idea of astrology with, say, the seven lights, and then even with Uranus and then Neptune and then Pluto. The complexity and the growth and the dynamics of our lives have changed so much and are changing so fast every day. New things get added. The asteroids are what I feel is the newest version of that consciousness. How things are coming at us different every day, and we can't look at everything all at once. But the things that come up are important to take care of now, and they're quick and they're transitory, just like the asteroids.
That's very interesting. So we might want to put a pin in this question, but I
Absolutely.
am curious how AI is indicated in the asteroids and how it might interact with humanity at large.
That sounds like a great conversation for next time.
Yeah, that's a lot to unpack. Because I'm
Absolutely.
obsessed with transhumanism. Ever since I was on
Hmm.
Astro Bros, back when there was an Astro Bros, they asked me what I think the beginning of Uranus in Gemini is going to bring. And that's been my feeling since last year or the year before. I don't know, it was a long time ago now. I've been feeling the transhumanism and the definition of what is human and conscious is where Uranus and Gemini is going to begin that conversation. We're really redefining humanity in and of itself, and that includes these quick access knowledge points that change on a daily basis that are current in
Hmm.
the news right now. So, yeah, I definitely want to know how which ones and how that would fit together.
Absolutely. And I'd love to talk about that next time with you.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your willingness
I
to come
appreciate you
on
having me.
and expand my mind and anybody else listening to this. I know that you have people in your field that still remember your name and want to hear what you have to say and get caught up with you. So, um, is there anything you want to tell the people before we in this, or give them an update on what's going on with you? Anything?
No updates to give right now, but stay tuned for more.
Okay, cool. More, and that's a word I love. So, you guys, thank you for coming and spending time with us. This has been
Mhm.
another great hot take cold read with Chris Ohm. And welcome again to Maintaining Velocity, and stay tuned till next time.